Okay, good afternoon. Uh, Today, can I have Ifa on the mic? Ifa Rahana. Ifa Rahana, can you be on the mic? Can you switch on your microphone?
Yes, doctor.
Okay, thank you. Okay, uh, let me start. Tutorial 5, which is expected to take 2 weeks to finish. Hmm. What you have learned so far until Monday is only enough for you to solve question 1. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Clear. Okay, is it clear? Is the projection clear?
It's a
Ifa,
bit blur.
a bit blur. Oh, let me try something. How
Now,
about,
now okay.
yeah, you can see it from the top of the paper.
Yes.
Okay, there are still people joining the class. Uh, Tutorial 5, question 1A. Okay, so as I said earlier, for tutorial 5, what you learned until yesterday's class is only enough for you to solve question 1. Okay, question 2 on 2 and 3 you can't solve yet. Question 4, yeah, you can solve. Okay, so let's start. Question 1A. Are you ready?
Yes. Okay. So this is FX It's really blur right now.
blur.
Yeah.
Hmm. Let me take the camera, make it black. How about now?
Still same.
Same. Okay. Let me- How about now?
Um. It's a bit blur, but I can see the writing.
Let me try something else. Blur in terms of the focus is bad, is it? Is
Mm,
the focus
yes.
out or is it because it's dark?
Now okay already. The focus.
Or it was the focus? Now it's okay?
No, it became blur again. It's like for a while okay, and then suddenly it becomes blur.
Okay, rotate the camera and take it back. How about now?
Mm. It's still blur.
Hmm.
I'm not sure if it's my connection.
No, take something protection. How about now?
Now okay.
Okay, so it is my phone projection. Okay, so question 1A. Please interrupt me if you have any questions or any
Okay.
problems. So fx is this function, and the question and the Fourier series giving you the period. Okay,
Okay.
it doesn't give you the period, but this
Doctor, it's very blur again. Cannot see anything.
what to do. Uh, And how about now?
Now okay.
Now the period of the function is not given. Okay, so but it's for length for uh, the domain from negative pi to pi. Okay.
Doctor, it's blur again.
Uh,
You cannot see anything. Or
what am I supposed to do? And try this. And hope it's okay. What is the camera focusing on? And now,
now okay.
okay. So it's the function is defined for x between negative pi and pi. Okay. So the domain is the length of the domain is 2 pi. How you get 2 pi is pi minus negative pi, correct? The
Yes.
distance from negative pi to pi is 2 pi. So we
Yeah.
can let the um, period be 2 pi. That means you say fx repeats the same thing every 2 pi distance. So you put f x plus 2 pi equals fx. This means we are saying that the period of the function is 2 pi. Huh?
Yes.
You understand? Huh?
Yes.
So since the period is 2 pi, we can write fx is equals to this. Okay, this is equation 3.1. Okay, then you calculate a naught. You know how to calculate a naught, huh?
Mm, yes.
Yes, 1 over pi integration of fx from negative pi to pi. So negative pi to 0, 0 to pi is a different function. So you add them up. Okay, x integrate is x squared over 2. 1 integrate is x. Then substitute and you get add up both parts. You get negative pi over 2 plus 1. Okay.
Okay.
Then for n positive integer, you get the an. Similar way, x cos nx and this is cos nx. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. You cannot put them together because the range is from negative pi. This function is from negative pi to 0, and this function is from 0 to pi. So you cannot put them together and integrate from negative pi to pi. Okay.
Okay.
So then something I just keep lah. Actually, there's some cost term lah. When you integrate this, okay, x cos nx, you get x sin nx over n plus differentiate x is 1 cos
One
nx
percent.
over n squared. Okay, 0, negative pi. Okay, plus integrate cos, you get
Negative sign.
no negative,
Ne- Eh. Sign and
yeah, sin nx over n. I put 0 because for sine, you substitute sine n pi is 0, sine 0 is 0. So don't want to waste my ink by writing anything, just put plus 0. You understand? Huh?
yes.
Even for this part, integration of this part, whatever has sign becomes 0. Only the cos gives a non-zero value. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. And also this you must make sure it depends. You check what is the range. It's not, you cannot cancel it off. This is pi over 2 or pi over 3 or some other values lah. Only if 0, pi, negative pi, 2 pi, then you can cancel off the sign nx terms. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Same. If this is n over 2 pi, n over 2x, you cannot cancel off even though it's 0 and pi. Or 0 negative pi. If this is n over 2x, you cannot cancel or n over 3, something other than nx. Okay. Okay. Not one shoe fits all. You cannot just do it every time. You must understand the uh, and why you're canceling this off. Okay.
Okay.
Because it's 0. Because it's 0. That's why you cancel it off. Not always 0. This coefficient of x and depends on the bounds. Okay. So anyway, for cos nx, cos 0 is 1. Cos of negative n pi is equals to cos of positive and pi. Okay, we have done it so many times. Cos of negative theta equals to cos theta. And cos of n pi we have also done many times. Is negative 1 to the power of n. Okay, so if you can remember all these things that you cannot find from your calculator, you can. Okay, so now because it's independent of x, so you can bring it up. So and this value is sometimes 0 and sometimes 2, depending on the value of n, whether it's even or odd. So when n is odd, this is becomes negative 1. 1 minus negative 1 is 2. It's even, negative 1 to the power of n is 1. 1 minus 1 is 0. Likewise, okay, we did that. Likewise, bn, bn, then integrate. Okay, don't cancel off sine, integration of sine x because you're going to get cos.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, x sine nx. You get negative, sine, you get negative x cos nx over n. Then after that is difference. Next one is positive, lah. Then you differentiate x, you get
1.
okay sine nx over n squared. Next one 0 lah. Once again 1 sine nx. So now you see the bonds. See the bonds are these. So sine nx you can cancel off. The rest you cannot cancel off. Substitution of 0 here becomes 0. Okay. But substitution of negative pi is not 0. So when you substitute with negative pi,
Mm,
so you get this minus, okay, negative, negative pi. Because this is the lower bound, this upper bound is 0. When you put the lower bound, is already there's a minus. Then there's a negative here. So supposed to be positive. But when you put the negative pi here, this becomes negative again. Okay, and then so it becomes negative pi. Cos of negative n pi. What is cos of negative n pi?
ne-
Cos of negative theta equals to cos of negative theta equals to cos theta or negative cos theta?
Negative cos theta.
You're wrong. I just told yesterday cos is an even function. Cos of negative theta equals to cos theta. You have to remember it. Everybody. I know many of you don't remember it. Cos of negative theta equals to cos theta. Sine of negative theta equals to negative sine theta. Tangent of negative theta equals to negative tangent theta. Because tangent is sine over cos. So one becomes negative, one becomes positive. So maths, you can see so many ways. You can just check easily by looking at the CAST. Which one is the quadrants? You can see, check and see. You can see by looking at the graph of cos. You can see by checking what is cos of 90 degrees and cos of cos of 45 degrees and cos of negative 45 degrees. Both same. Cos of 45 degrees is square root 2 over 2. Cos of negative 45 degrees is also square root 2 over 2. Okay, so many ways to check and see. Okay.
Okay.
So what is cos of negative n pi? Cos negative theta equals to?
Cos theta.
Yes. So cos of negative n pi equals to?
Cos n pi.
Yes. What is cos n pi?
Cos.
Cos n pi. What is cos pi?
Cos pi.
What is cos pi? Cos 180 degrees. Take a calculator, is it?
-1.
And cos of 2 pi.
1.
Cos of 3 pi.
-1.
Okay. So cos of n pi.
Pi.
Yeah.
-1 to the power of n.
Wonderful. Yes, correct. You got it. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So when it is 1, it's -1. When it is 2, it's +1. When it's 3, when n is 3, it's cos 3 pi. It's -1. Cos 4 pi is 1. And so on. Okay? Okay or not?
Okay.
So here is 1 over n pi negative cos sorry because I took out the negative sign. This negative sign taken out. So cos n pi
-1 to the power of n.
yes, cos n pi. This negative taken out, so cos n pi is -1 to the power of n, and cos 0 is
1.
1. So -1. Then you merge these two together. You cancel the pi lah. Here got pi. So don't cancel the pi. Combine the pi. 1 over n pi. Okay, when n is odd, here you get -2. Okay, when n is odd, here you get -1. -1 times negative pi is positive pi. Okay, when n is odd, this is -1. -1 minus 1 is -2 times by -1 is +2. So you got +2. Both also over n pi.
Yes.
So when n is odd. When n is even, this is 2.
1
1. So you get negative pi over
negative.
n pi lah. Negative 1 over n. This part is 0.
Yes.
Yes. 1 minus 1, 0. So you have this now. You can combine. You got your A naught. A naught is 2 minus pi over 4. Okay. You found the A naught over 2 lah. This A naught. So A naught divided by 2
Yes.
over 2 So over 2, this is 2. This is already over 2. So this over 2, this is 2. Then we get 4 lah. Divided by 4. Then for the cos term, where is it? A naught. A naught is 2 over n squared pi. 2 over n squared pi. What happened to n squared pi? And the pi is here lah. What happened to n squared? Because these odd terms only. Okay, yesterday I showed you how. When it's odd terms 1, 3, 5, the n becomes 2n minus 1.
Doctor,
And
up a
yeah.
bit. I cannot see where you pointing.
Oh, okay. This one, this n, when
Okay.
n is odd. So the n, instead of n squared, you put 2n minus 1 squared. And then n is from 1, 2, 3, and so on. Okay.
Okay.
So you got the odd bn. When bn odd, n becomes 2n minus 1. When n is even, n becomes 2n. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, why the pi comes? Because I've taken out 1 over pi here. Okay, that's why the pi is coming here lah. It's actually 1 over n. But I changed to 1 over 2n. Okay, but since I took out pi, this is the answer. Okay.
Okay.
One B. Okay, 1B is fx is e power of x. Again, the period is not given, but you can assume the period is 2 pi because fx is defined for the length of 2 pi in the domain of length 2 pi lah. So you use the same thing equation 3.1. Then a naught is 1 over pi integration of fx from negative pi to pi. Okay, so now is e to the power of pi minus e to the power of negative pi. Okay,
Okay.
this is 2 over pi Then this over 2 lah, 2 over pi, this over 2 becomes sine pi. Okay?
Okay.
Value I give you 735. Okay? Okay, you know how to find the value using a calculator.
Fine. Yes.
Two, don't need to find e to the power of pi all. Okay, use the function 2 hyp. There's a function of hyp. Hyp sine. Hyp sine is sine. Okay,
Okay.
so you again for n set positive, an is integration e to the power of x cos nx dx. Wow, this one you need the formula. To integrate this, you need to do integration by parts. But if you have the formula that I give you, which I have to remember now. Okay, right, very useful formula. Integration e to the power of ax cos bx. Okay, it has e to the power of ax cos bx. It has e to the power of sorry, maybe I can just factorize now. E to the power of ax over a squared plus b squared. Oh, I put my pen outside. There is another pen. Okay. A squared plus b squared. Okay, it has both right. I should have left some space. It has both cos bx and it has sine bx. Okay, but which is positive? One is either both positive or one positive and one negative. Okay,
Okay.
this one will be, you got cos, so you don't want the cos to cancel off. You got a and integrate this.
Doctor, below a bit. Okay.
Okay. Okay, so when you integrate e to the power of ax, a cos bx, you got a e to the power of ax cos bx, correct? And then you have the constant, arbitrary constant. Can remember or not? Nick? Yeah. Then you have also another formula, integration of e to the power of ax sine, oh, where's my dx? Sine bx dx equals to same e to the power of ax over a squared plus b squared. Then you have your open bracket. You have the cos bx term, and you have the sine bx term. Of course, you have
Constant.
the arbitrary constant. You want the sign to remain, so you have a, and this will be b. One of it is positive, one of it is negative. AB cos bx. Let me check and see. Negative AB cos bx plus b squared 70. Yes, correct. Okay.
Okay.
This is the formula. If you can memorize this formula, it will be faster. Otherwise, you have to do integration by parts 2 times. And you can make mistakes during that also. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. To get this formula, should I sidetrack a bit? We'll have time. 3:41. Oh, okay. Maybe during the lecture I might give how to get that formula. Okay. So now, okay, so e to the power of ax cos bx. So you have 1 over pi e to the power of x over 1 squared plus n squared. You follow the formula.
Yes.
Okay. E to the power of ax cos nx. E to the power of 1x cos nx is e to the power of x over 1 squared plus n squared. Okay, 1 squared plus n squared. 1 cos nx plus n sin nx. Okay.
Okay.
So this will, when you substitute with pi, sin n pi 0. When you sin negative n pi is what? Sin negative theta equals to sin negative theta equals to
Um,
0.
Sin
negative theta.
sin theta.
Wrong again. Sin negative theta is negative sin theta. Cos negative theta equals to cos negative theta equals to
cos theta.
sin negative theta equals to
Negative sin theta.
tangent negative theta equals to
Mm, Negative tangent theta.
correct. Okay, because tangent negative theta is sin negative theta over cos negative theta. Okay, sin negative theta is negative sin theta. Cos negative theta is cos theta. So you get negative sin theta over positive cos theta. So the sin theta over cos theta is tangent theta. So you get negative tangent theta. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah. So you have but sin n pi is 0 lah. Sin negative n pi is negative. Sin n pi is still 0. Okay, so this one you cancel off when you put, but this is not. Okay, cos n pi. Cos n pi.
Negative 1 to the power of n.
Okay, cos negative n pi.
Negative n pi. Cos n pi.
Uh, so also negative n pi. Okay, so also negative 1 to the power of n. So both of these you substitute, you get negative 1 to the power of n, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, because cos n pi is the same as cos of negative n pi, which is negative 1 to the power of n. So you can take out. Okay? But e to the power of pi
Okay.
minus e to the power of negative pi is 2 sine pi. Okay, e to the power of pi minus e to the power of negative pi is 2 sine pi. Because sine pi is e to the power of pi minus e to the power of negative pi over 2. Okay, so can
Yes.
or not? No. Sine
Can.
pi equals to e to the power of pi minus e to the power of negative pi over 2. So e to the power of pi minus e to the power of negative pi equals to 2 sine pi. But cos n pi, cos negative n pi are the same, which is negative 1 to the power of n. Okay, so you get this. This is an. How about bn? Bn is 1 over pi integration e to the power of x sine nx from negative pi to pi. Use the formula I gave you. E to the power of x over 1 plus n squared. Okay, 1 and n squared. 1 plus n squared doesn't depend. It's not dependent on x. So you can take out e to the power of x dependent on x. So negative n cos nx plus 1 sin nx. Again, substitution by pi and negative pi will give this one as 0. Okay, so you got negative n. Again, you got cos n pi. Cos negative n pi is both same, which is negative 1 to the power of n. So you get negative n times negative 1 to the power of n. Again, you have e to the power of x with the bounds pi and negative pi. Okay. So you get again 2 sine pi. But now it's negative 2n. So you got a naught, you got an, you got bn. You can write the function fx. Don't forget a naught over 2. plus okay, an cos nx plus bn sin nx. Okay, and 2 sin pi over pi is a common term
Okay.
which is independent of n, so you can take out negative 1 to the power of n also, and over 1 plus n square also common term in an and bn, but they are dependent on n, so they have to remain inside here. So you get cos nx minus n sin nx.
Doctor, please below a bit.
Okay,
Okay.
okay. Okay, so fx is sin pi over pi 2 sin plus 2 sin. So now for function fx is e to the power of 2x. X between negative pi and pi. We assume the period is 2 pi. Where I did some shortcut lah. How? So all the a all becomes 2 lah. Wait, camera move. Yeah, is it still clear?
It became blur.
Okay. 1C. 1C. You can try. Can clear?
Can see already.
Oh. Okay, yeah.
It's clear. Yes.
Okay. 1C. So you do exactly the same as 1B, but fx is e to the power of 2x. No slight difference. I'm just giving you the answer so that you all can work out yourself. Okay.
Okay.
And I think we don't have time for 1D. Maybe I can give you the final answer.
Okay.
Oh, 1D, I'm using something that my answer uses something that you haven't learned yet. So I'll reserve 1D for after today's class. So next week I'll do.
Okay.
Okay. So that's the end of today's class. Thank you.
Thank you,
Wow.
doctor.
Thank you,
Okay.
Doctor.
Okay, please try to remember all your trigonometric identities. Okay, important. Not just for this course lah, anytime lah. It's important for you. And it's fun. It's interesting lah. I think it's interesting. Identities. Okay. Trigo identities. Yeah.
Doctor, someone wants to see the